or Brody. There then is the 7. That's one of the Rhinos Lippert Lamborghinis. Sebastian Martinez, Alejandro Chahwan, and the car will be started by Jose Manuel Balbiani. Other one right behind it. An impressive performance from the McLarens. As I say, they were about mid-pack, really, in Magny Court. Nothing particularly disastrous for them, but certainly not as strong as they are performing this weekend at Silverstone. The highest finishing McLaren, actually. I'm not even sure they got to the end, actually, now thinking about it. The McLaren GT classified in 31st place, with the other McLaren in 3 hours of the 2011 Blancpain Endurance Series is about to get underway. It's a very, very neat formation as we wait for the lights to go out. And there we go, we're green. The Alpina gets a decent getaway, fairly even all the way down the field. The BMW looking towards the inside, but it's the Alpina that leads. The Ferrari actually has moved up into second place. The Audi's been pushed very, very wide indeed and loses a number of positions. All through Copse Corner safely, though, which is good to see. And the McLaren has made a good start as well, actually. Up into 4th place, then. Into Beckett's and Maggots they come for the first time. How far down has that Audi dropped? Looks like he's now in 6th position. The Ferrari, as I say, made an excellent start. The AF Corsa car, Pier Giuseppe Perazzini, has moved up and is immediately becoming a bit of a moving roadblock on the run down. He's in 2nd place. They all start to fan out. It's almost 3 abreast behind. The McLaren looking to the outside, the BMW looking to the inside. And has Bas Linders made that move stick? Yes, he has in the 40 car. And around the outside goes the attempts to go the 60 car of Phil Quaife, but he doesn't quite make it around the outside, I don't think, because we go on board with the other McLaren down into Vale. Up the inside, he sends one, trying to get past the front row Audi as well. Isn't quite able to do it. Around the outside at Club Corner, it's been a wet morning really here at Silverstone, so it's very wet offline. If any of these cars get onto the grass, they're going to be heading straight towards the barriers, I'm afraid, because there's not going to be much traction out there at all. There's the Auto Orlando car. There is the first of the Hexus Astons, I think. Jan Clara getting a decent start in the number 4. But that Alpina is massively pulling away. So we've got a Mark VDS Racing 1-2 up at the front. Here's the Auto Orlando Porsche trying to make it past the number 2 Ferrari. And I think he's just about going to squeeze his way past Nick Homerson there. So we go on board once again with the McLaren, on board with Alvaro Parente. We were on board with him during the formation lap as he comes under the bridge down into Brooklands for the first time. And already then the Alpina is getting away out front. Then it's Bas Linders in second. We're down in the pit lane then we just saw. The number 3 car, no driver change, just a change of tyres. As into Copse Corner then comes a nice little battle. That's the... He's got to respect the track limits. Look at this, side by side into Beckett's. That's not a good place to go side by side. Fantastic battle. I think this is one of the AF Corsa cars, so it's the... as they turn through the right-hander, it's the 20 car, isn't it? Yes, so it's the Sofrev Jean-Luc Boblique machine that's in this battle. And he is doing dueling, I think, with the Sport Garage Ferrari of Eric Carroll. And Carroll looks back up the inside. Is he going to make it through? No, not quite. So good work there from Boblique. Carroll again having a look up the inside into Vale Corner, not quite close enough. This is the scrap in Pro-Am over 5th position in Pro-Am and 16th position overall. Oh, big take of curb there from the inside. That's really going to upset the car of Eric Carroll. And as a result, just drops back a little bit. Side by side into Beckett's was something you don't see very often, or certainly something you don't see very often when they then make it to Chapel. As they come down into the village right-hander. And oh, it's a spin. Round goes the Sofrev car. 6th, 7th place in Pro-Am. So this is the 33 car of Greg Franke. He is right up behind the number 7 Lamborghini of Jose Manuel Balbiani. He's having a look up the... yeah, he's down in 15th position, which, I mean, if things stay how they are, he's still winning the championship, but it's not exactly how they would have liked to have gone out. Not really going out on a high, is it? Finishing down in 15th place, and we've got a spin for the Golf Racing Lamborghini. unfortunately. Frédéric Fathier has lost it on the exit of Brooklands. Recovers. He was running down in the mid-20s. Car 35 now, so Richard Westbrook now has to respect the track limits at turn 7 as well. So he will just take a bit of a tighter line through there as this battle continues then. It's still Jose Manuel Balbiani running in 14th position and 4th place in Pro-Am, battling with the second lowest, I think, Pro Cup racer, Greg Franchi. So really is a difficult day for Franchi at the moment. Raffaele Giamaria, the 34-year-old, he certainly has plenty of experience, the man who is chasing down Dylan Derdau. Giamaria. So Peter Cox, as we were saying earlier, is still lapping ridiculously quicker than David Jones in the lead of Pro-Am. And second place in Pro-Am is still the number 2 car of Louis Maciel. But there is Peter Cox. Can we see that battle in front? Not just yet. The gap was 6 seconds earlier. How is the gap looking now? It's now down to just 4.3 seconds. So it was that last lap. He took a second and a half out of him. That's the car behind, actually, as well, isn't it? So the 50 car, the 50 AF Corsa car of Marco Ciocci starting to close in as well. Into Copse Corner comes our race leader, flashing his lights to try and get the back markers out of the way. One of the Rhino's Liepert cars. Wet race. It has been declared a wet race then. So that is the signal to say, turn your lights on and do all the necessary adjustments from inside the cockpit. Maxime Martel still able to cope. So Michael Bartels is going to be the only driver in that team who doesn't take the Pro-Am Cup Championship. He's the man driving the car. He's the man who has helped them on their way. But it's going to be the other 2 drivers in the Pro-Am Cup, Nick Homerson and Louis Maciel, who are his teammates, who are going to be the Pro-Am Cup champions if nothing goes disastrously wrong in these remaining 3 or 4 minutes. They were the underdogs coming into this weekend, 5.5 points behind Frank Morel, Jean-Luc Boblic and Ludovic Badi, but a very, very strong performance, culminating in what looks to be a Pro-Am class victory for them.